We are at a minor crossroads today. It's more personal than anything else. We are in the Copa del Rey Final. We're playing Villareal, and they are a pretty good team. They are currently 4th in La Liga. And then 3 days from now, we're playing Villareal in La Liga. Now, we are 9 points ahead of Madrid I take that back. We are 13 points ahead of Madrid for 3rd place. However, Barcelona is only 3 points behind us. So the question is, do I play a weekend side in the Copa del Rey to be sure I beat or tie Villareal in La Liga in order to maintain my lead on Barcelona, or do I go for the silverware? Or do I figure out a way to try and do them both? Because, of course, we're playing Barcelona in a week, which is actually going to be part of this live comm today. So we will figure out what to do. My name's FM20. It's time to get real. So, as you can see here, we are on 81 points. Barcelona's on 79. They're fighting it out 3rd through 5th more than anything else. It would take a nosedive of epic proportions. And by that, I mean something that would cause Dr. Benji to sit back in shock and go, oh my God, what on earth just happened? In order for us to lose 1st or 2nd spot. Robert Maria leads us with 48 goals, a 7.81 rating. Israel has 16 assists. Maria has 13 players of the match award. Fernandez, 14 yellow cards. After losing to Schalke and beating Valladolid, we beat Betis 4-2 thanks by goals by Uche, Sutter, Resnicek, and Verdonk. This was a good all-around effort by everybody. Betis gave it the old college try, for lack of a better word. We were just better than them across the board. They had some good performances. Diogo Jota, who is now freaking 34 years old, had a solid match. He's really starting to fall off physically, which is to be expected. In the meantime, he's still earning 245,000 euros a week. And then against Deportivo La Coruña, Robert Maria was a boy possessed. I mean, he's still only 20 years old. That's the astounding thing. He had goals in the 14th, 16th, and right before the end of the first half, in the 47th minute, Benvenuti got a goal in the 68th minute off a set piece to kind of put the last nail in the coffin for us against Coruña. We just had a really good game, and frankly, it was kind of nice to beat Serac. We had a really solid game, and they didn't, and that's why we won. And Verdonk had an off game, but that's because he's playing left winger. He's not exactly adept there. He does a job, but he's not exactly adept there. He's the only one who had a sub 7-0 game. I mean, Seferovic had a 7-0 game, for crying out loud, and he really didn't have much to do. They only had 11 shots, 4 on target. So today, we are playing Villareal, and then in 3 days, we're playing them again in La Liga, and then we're playing Barcelona. So what we're doing is we're playing the Copa del Rey Final, we're skipping this match, and we're coming back for the Barcelona match. So what I'm going to do is set my 11 that I want to play in this match, and we'll come back with our Copa del Rey Final against Villareal in just a bit. We are playing our 4-2-4, of course. We got Seferovic in goal, Pagano, Zorlu, Benvenuti, and Fernandez as the defensive back four. Augusto and Fabian as the midfielders. Sutter and Israel as the attacking midfielders. Verdonk and Maria up top as the strikers. They have an older squad, but it's a good squad. What does Rodriguez have this year? 22 and 41. We still got Chukwueze. Morlanes. Why does he sound familiar? Manuel Morlanes. Because he's been with them forever. Good grief. That is a solid career. Told the guys before the match not to worry about it. It's just another match as far as we're concerned, and they were all on board with that. Augusto on the corner kick. Benvenuti off the crowd. Maria back out to Fabian. Zorlu loses it. Chukwueze loses it. No, he gets it back. Gets it over to Rodriguez. He holds it up. Augusto steps in front of that. Zorlu sends it back to Seferovic. He taps up to Benvenuti, to Fernandez. Up to Israel. Out into space for Maria. He holds it up. Gets it back to Israel. Drives forward. Drops off to Verdonk, to Sutter. Out to Pagano on the left. He holds it up. Crosses it in. Fernandez top of the box. Dispossessed. Fabian jumps up and gets it. And what the heck happened there? Somebody pushed somebody. Oh, it's a penalty for Donk. Right at Sabater. But he gets it again and right at Sabater. Fabian loses the ball. Gibbon gathers it up, sends it up to Chukwueze. Gets it to Rodriguez. Cuts inside then outside, avoids the defender. Oh, gives it away to Pagano. Sends it to Seferovic, who lost it towards Israel, who drives forward, and he loses the ball, and the highlight ends. Pablo sends it up towards Rodriguez. Nice first touch. Over to Delgado. Oh, he gives it away to Fernandez. Fernandez sends it back to Seferovic. He taps it up to Zorlu, over to Benvenuti, to Fernandez. Fernandez to Maria, taps it back to Israel. Israel gets by the one defender for Maria. Yeah, I thought he was going to cross it, but that was a shot. It went just wide left. One of the things I am doing, at least training-wise, is giving the guys pretty much a break between these games. Delgado from just outside the box, and he scores. His 34th of the season. Oh, Seferovic should have had that. Come on. Verdonk loses the ball, but it goes to Zorlu. Pagano. Back to Zorlu. Out to Sutter. To Pagano. Back to Zorlu. To Pagano. Up into space for Donk. He's got help. Is he going to use it? No, he's going to equalize. Slotting the ball past the Villareal keeper. That was nice. Nice long pass by Pagano. Nice strike by Verdonk. His 18th of the season. Even with Maria scoring a ton of goals, we have some other players who are really contributing. Halftime, and we are tied. 11 shots, 4 on target for us, a decent possession advantage. They have had 5 and 1. Really like to win. This is the first opportunity for a trophy other than winning the division. Pagano loses the ball. Chukwueze hasn't. Why are their dots so much bigger than ours all of a sudden? Sabater sends it forward to Gibbon. He gets it over to Rodriguez. Cuts between the defenders. Holds it up to Pascal. Chukwueze. Oh, loses it. Goes back and forth. Augusto finally has it. He drives forward. Splits the defender. Is he tackled? No, he gets it up to... He loses it. He tried bumping it forward, but it went too far. Sabater kicked it up. Now Chukwueze has it on the right. He drops it back to Pascal. Pascal's challenged, but he gets it to Sanchez. In the box, Gibbon is there, and it goes in for his... Nope, that's his first goal of the match. Come on, guys. Oh, Pascal avoided the tackle, got it to Sanchez. Gibbon just out-jumped. Who's my number 4? Can't click on him. Benvenuti. Augusto to Fabian. Back to Augusto. Delgado dispossesses him. Driving forward. Cuts outside. One-on-one with Seferovic, and he pushes it wide right. Pascal to Delgado. Chops over to Chukwueze. Up for Rodriguez, who scores. We're going to bring Verdonk off, bring on Matasevic. We're going to bring Israel off and bring on Resnicek. Oh, it was offsides. Well, I just went to the very attacking. That may have been a mistake. Sabater up to Jones. Back to Sabater. Fernandez jumps in front of that. Goes to Pablo, though. Morlanes to Delgado. Back to Morlanes. Up towards... who's the number 9? But Benvenuti steps in front of that. Resnicek gives it away. Morlanes out to Pablo. Up towards Gibbon. He's got help. And Rodriguez is there. Blows by Zorlu like he isn't there. See that? We're going to come off the very attacking, go to the attacking. I should have just switched it back when I had the opportunity. Chikwueze drops off to Pascal, sends it in, Delgado to Gibbon, and hits the post. Cleared. Goes out for the Villareal throw-in. We still got 25 minutes. We can do this. Need a goal in the next couple minutes there if it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. Well, Villareal is going to beat us 3-1. Pablo to Delgado on the throw-in to Morlanes. He drops off to Sanchez. Back to Morlanes. Up into space. Pascal left all alone. Baseline. Crosses it. Pozo's there. Off the crossbar. Zorlu knocks it away. Matasevic is going to run it down. But that's the highlight. Delgado. Oh, loses the ball to Fabian. Up towards Matasevic, who loses it. Now Morlanes has it for Villareal. Up to Pozo. Rodriguez. Almost just... Oh, good grief. Pozo just absolutely buried it. Well, that's the Copa del Rey. Son of a gun. They came back to have more shots and more on target than we did. Unreal. Well, good all-around effort by them. Well, I'm going to save it, and then we're going to play the next Villareal game offline, and then we're going to come back for Barcelona. So, we'll be back with that match in just a bit. So, yeah, we drew. Robert Maria had a brace of goals. Verdonk had a goal in the 87th minute to claw the draw back. Fernando Rodriguez had a hat-trick's worth of goals for Villareal. They were 2-0 up at the 30-minute mark, and then we came back. They went ahead in the 62nd minute, and Verdonk equalized. So, as a result, we're tied with Barcelona on 82 points. We've already qualified for championship football. The board has given us our budgets. Let me scroll down here real quick. 2.2 million euros per week in payroll and a transfer budget of 160 million. So at the moment, we're currently spending 1.1 million in payroll. So that gives us a 1.1 million buffer. So, I mean, if I wanted to go out and spend a ton of money, I could. But I don't know that we're going to. So it depends on what happens the offseason, of course. We're playing Barcelona, and then Eibar is 15th, Granada is 16th, Madrid is 3rd, Celta Vigo is 19th. So we kind of lucked out there. We had our youth intake. It was absolutely horrible. Our best player was 2-star potential ability. It was so bad. Even the youth intake said there's no one here that really stands out. So we're not looking at any of them. So I've got my best 11 set and the reserves. We're going to get to this match against Barcelona now. And we are playing our 4-2-4. Of course, Severovic in goal, Pagano, Uche, Benvenuti, and Fernandez is the defensive back four. Augusto and Malo is the midfielders. Verdonk and Israel is the attack midfielders. Matasevic and Maria up top as the strikers. They still got Florentino. Fati's on the bench. Okay. Uche up to Pagano, over to Malo. Up into space, but too far from Matasevic. Eke out. To Kresic. To Florentino. Over to Cesar. Up into space for Zonzamas. He drives forward, then cuts inside. Benvenuti steps in front of it, but goes right to Zonzamas. Aguado's there, but he pushes it wide left. Seferovic taps it to Benvenuti. Over to Uche. Out to Pagano. He sends it up to Verdonk. Sutter has too many yellow cards. That's why he's not starting today. Verdonk to Israel. Up to Maria. Oh, he scoots it by the keeper, Van Eekhout, for the goal. That was well done. Nice header by Israel. played it right at Maria's feet. His 51st goal of the season. I want to say he has more goals in La Liga than we have games played. Gonzalez dispossesses Israel. Aguado, sitting between the defenders, takes the shot, but it's very wide right. Guidi in the crowd. Velasquez runs it down. Goodwin out to Guidi on the right. He holds it up. Sends it in. Oh, right at Seferovic. A very nice save. Benvenuti out towards Matasevic. Up to Verdonk. Unopposed on the left. In the box. Crosses it in. Israel's there. Van den Eek out. A very nice save. One of the other things that came across was team's financials. And we finished third this year. We made a profit of 51 million euros, which is very, very cool. Fernandez on the throw-in to Malo. Oh, Florentino steps in front of Augusto, but he gives away to Benvenuti. Uche. Up towards Verdonk, who's challenged by Christian, gets by him. Verdonk. Oh, Fernandez. Malo. Ball's bouncing back and forth. Israel. Oh, right at Van den Eek out. Somebody got injured. Who got injured? Looks like Pagano got injured, but he's coming back. Coming up on the half, we are nursing a 1-0 lead on 6 shots, 3 on target. Possession is pretty, for all intents and purposes, the same. They've had 5 and 1. Are you freaking kidding me? Relvas did the halftime talk. Everybody was delighted. I went to Uche and said, you need to calm down so you don't get a yellow card. Now he's demotivated. Zanzamas to Aguado. Back to Zanzamas in the box. Knocked out. Florentino runs it down. He holds it up. Gets out to Christian on the right. Guidi. Good win. Bounces it off. Guidi's there. And Seferovic punches it up in the air. Nice save. Guidi sends it in. Wow. That was... Wow. Okay. That was an in-swinger that literally curled around the goal. Went to Zanzamas. And he blasted it in, but it bounced off a high-end player. Guidi knocked away. Velasquez Zanzamas, and he scores. They equalize. And Augusto is injured. Get Van Horn on. Get Uche off and bring on Zorlu. It's a little early, but still. If he's going to be demotivated, I don't want him on the field. Kresic, out to Mendoza. To Cesar. To Florentino. Out to Guidi. Cuts inside. Drops it off. Aguado's there, but he kicks it back out to Christian, to Guidi. Cesar bounces it off a high-end player, and Mendoza blasts it in from distance. Look at this. Cesar bounced it off of, probably Zorlu, and it just went right to Mendoza. Cesar on the throw-in. Back to Mendoza. Across the field to Christian. Up to Guidi. To Cesar. Out to Zanzamas. Aguado. Back to Zanzamas. Holds it up. A lot of hard shots that are bouncing off players. It's hard to follow. Malo. To Benvenuti. Back to Zorlu. Up to Van Horn. Out to Verdonk. To Matasevic. Centers it to Van Horn. Fernandez. Maria. Oh, he scores. It goes off the post and barely crosses the goal line. Oh, we got lucky. Sometimes you need a little luck, though. Nice play by the youngster Van Horn. Gets it to Fernandez. Maria off the post past a diving Van Eek out and across the line eventually. Matasevic from outside the box. Curls it and it hits the outside. Verdonk driving forward. Oh, he tries centering it, but goes right to Velasquez, who sends it back to Van Eek out. Up to Kresic to Cesar. All the way out to Zanzamas. On the left. Challenged. Godwin was there and he blasted into the stands. Looks like it hit the post and then went into the stands. Cesar in the box, bounces it off a high-end player. Mendoza to Christian. Oh, and Godwin scores. "82 minutes in. Cesar bounces it off of Benvenuti. Or Zorlu, rather, and Godwin skies up in front of Benvenuti. Okay, let's go one more shout. Guidi. Pereira runs down the ball. Challenged by Israel. Pereira runs down. Oh, goes out of bounds. Okay. Barcelona throw in. Zanzamas to Mendoza. Challenged. Gets by. Goes out. Barcelona corner. Guidi. De Jong over the crossbar. Seferovic to Benvenuti. Over to Zorlu. Up to Verdonk. He cuts inside. Out to Israel. Maria. Back out to Fernandez. Crosses it in. Matasevic's there. Van Eek had a very nice save. And the highlight ends with the ball in the box. Seferovic. Benvenuti. Up towards Maria, but he loses it. Kresic steps in front of it. Zanzamas to Pereira. To Zanzamas. To Guidi. Back to Florentino to Guidi. Florentino out to Christian on the right. Crossed in right at Seferovic. Last chance coming up. 4 minutes left in the game. Out in the right. Oh, what are you doing? Out. To the 16. To Israel. Son of a gun. Well, damn it, now we need some help. Well, what we're going to do then is come back for the Celta Vigo game. There's no reason to play Real Madrid. They're so far behind us. I mean, the only reason... We might come back for Real Madrid, Celta Vigo, and then do a wrap-up. We'll see. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. In the meantime, I am just so flipping frustrated with the match engine. It's not even funny. Ugh. Is it me, or do you only notice when things go wrong when, like, you're on the losing side? If we'd won that game, I wouldn't have noticed Seferovic holding up the ball like that. You know? Or when the defense comes off a player that it's not supposed to come off, sort of thing. Barcelona, I believe, is still in the Champions League. So they've still got additional games to play. It's possible another team could catch them. We'll take a look at their schedule here in just a second. Yeah, they're playing Borussia Dortmund in the semifinals. If they win, they'll go to the finals. They're playing Madrid, Deportivo, Granada, and Valladolid. Madrid, Deportivo, Valladolid. So yeah, they have about the same path we do. So that was annoying. We really had our chances. We really had our opportunities, and we just totally threw them away. It's just a sign we're getting close, but we need to start doing better. Well, if you did like what you've seen or heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticism, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name's FM20.